Well, welcome to Chaos Farm. And I just wanted to say today it's really great to have you here. I understand that the hanging baskets are a bit of a hit with the public. We've sold quite a few, which is really great news. So obviously all of any donations which we receive here ploughed back in, to the market garden. Well, what's great is all of the plants that we've been selling are donations, and they could be from Marks and Spencer's or they could be from volunteers. And so really we're just delighted to be able to make a really great product out of something which obviously just needs a bit of TLC, a little bit of work to get those plants looking their best in order that we can sell them. So what I wanted to do today, if you'll indulge me, is I wanted to show you how you can plant up your own hanging basket at home relatively easily, because obviously it's a nice touch of colour to the front of your house. You may wish to try this at home or may not, but at least I can show you what to do. So if you ever did fancy having a go, then you know what to do. So the first thing obviously is to make sure that you have access to a decent hanging basket. Now, as I said to you before, we were very, very lucky, and the majority of the plants and things that we use and sell, they're all donated to us. So this hanging basket here was donated to us, and it was at one point filled with flowers, which we've overwintered in our greenhouse environment, and we've been watering them and making sure that they don't have any diseases on them, and so that they're ready for sale and they're going to look really good. So a lot of them, as you can see, these pansies here, they're in flower. We'd like to fill this basket with some pansies, maybe some geraniums or a little bit of fir, and we want to make a nice product that we can put on our stall here. We have 3 hanging baskets left. We've sold quite a few already. I had to make up some more. And of course we also have baskets which have got these nice handles in. Can you see at the back there? Looking really bright. So there, aren't they attractive? And they just add a bit of instant colour to your garden. Without further ado, I would like to show you what to do. So when you get your hanging basket, it's quite important that it has some sort of lining that helps to retain the water in your basket. So if you can imagine hanging up like this with the air circulating all around all the time is a really great way for a basket or a container to dry out really quickly. So one of the most important things when you are starting a hanging basket is that you make sure that you have a liner inside your basket which retains the water. Now this could be matting, or it even could be the lining made out of a compost bag, something like that. You can just cut that to size. This one already has actually some plastic which is inside the basket itself, so it looks really attractive on the outside, but it's still got all those water holding capacity. Some people, they use coconut liners. Moss also is popular. So there's just a few ideas. And then what you do is you start off by just putting some compost in the base of your basket, just a little bit to start off with. And what you want to do really is have a plan, for what plants you want to put in. So you might say, right, okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I think I'm going to put this one in. Then we're going to put this lovely viola in. I'm going to put this one in. So you want to have a little idea, or maybe, as I said, geranium at the back. So then you can start to sort of think about how you might plant them within your basket. And it's quite nice. You see what I've done here? Add a little bit of height at the back, or even in the middle. And you can do some planting on the outside. So it's really quite a nice thing to do, just to sort of just start off with. But I think I'm going to start off with this geranium. And I'm going to put that one in the middle. And I can tell that when I place the plant in the basket, that its original level in the pot is going to come to the top of the basket, which is fine for now. You'll see what I'm going to do. I'm going to just move this to the front. And I'm going to start off with my largest plant, okay? And then I'm going to interplant with the smaller ones on the outside. The first thing I do is I give the plant a little squeeze. That just helps to release the plant from the pot. And you can see there's a couple of roots at the bottom. I'm just going to gently turn the pot upside down and I'm going to place it there. That's where its final position is going to be. I want to look where the chains are. So actually I would like my plant facing forward this way. So you put the best side there. And I've got all this space now around the outside. So I'm going to start now with my second biggest plant, which I'm going to put in, which is this lovely purple viola. And again, I'm going to give it a squeeze all the way around the outside. And I'm going to very gently, without touching too many of the roots or anything like this. Oh, I can see already there's something living in here. There's a big slug, so I'm going to take that one out. There's also a worm, I'll keep him in. And I'm just going to pop him right next door. So that looks nice, doesn't it? See, already. So you can see it's starting to take shape. But we haven't finished yet. So then I'm going to take another little viola here. And I'm just going to, again, give that a little squeeze. Now, it's very important that you pre-water your plants. I didn't show you this, but this is my little device for watering plants that are small or seedlings. And it's literally a tonic bottle with this wonderful little watering device. And can you see that? That lovely action there. It's really gentle. And it just means that you can water your plant properly and get the root ball nice and wet before you transplant. I'm being super careful here. And I'm going to pop that one at the front. Look at that. Beautiful. Looking lovely. I'm just going to keep going like this. So I've got a few more, you see. This one hasn't actually come into flower, so I'll use this one again. Oops. There we are. You see all those lovely roots? So that will spread out nicely in the pot. And again, I'm not putting any compost on just yet. I'm going to wait till I've finished. I've still got a little bit of a gap around the back. So I'm going to fill that one up with a complementing colour. I think I'll be able to fit that one in. Maybe I'll go for something a bit smaller. I can fit it in at the back, just there. Okay, so we just try and get as much of the space planted up. And you can really, can you see what I'm doing? I'm actually filling it up quite a lot. You know, there's a lot of plants going on there. Other plants you can use, obviously, are things like ivy. Yeah, we've got some fir, but I'm not going to put that one in today. Geraniums, roses are also quite a good one. There's begonias you could use, or fuchsias. There's all sorts available out there. Now I'm going to start to infill those gaps. And I'm going to use my trowel. And what I'm going to do is every time I see a gap, I'm just going to fill it with compost and then just push it down with my fingers so that it's quite rammed in. So here's another gap. Because I don't want there to be any big spaces in the basket, any holes where water can hang out, because you want to have good close contact between the roots and the compost for those plants to maintain maximum well-being. So I mentioned at the beginning about baskets drying out, and yeah, so it's very, very important that at this stage, just after you finish putting the compost in, that you really think about watering. And you're going to need to water this quite regularly, but the most important time to water and opportunity to water is just after you've done this part. Okay, so there you are. Can you get, it's a nice, you get a nice good action shot of that, looking beautiful. Where did we say the front was? The front's there, isn't it? So I'm not going to use this one this time because it's a bigger space. Yeah, I'm going to actually use a watering can. And I'm going to use a can which doesn't have a rose on the end. And I'm not going to water on the top. I'm going to water all around on top of the compost, around the plants. So I've already watered the plants once before I planted them, and now I'm watering them again. And actually, for the sake of expediency, I'm not going to go and fill this up again, but right now. But I will after we've stopped filming, and I'm just going to probably add another 1 or 2 watering cans of water in there. So that actually, when I pick it up, it actually feels really quite weighty, and that is the optimum amount of water which you should put in at the beginning. And then really, to maintain them, what you can do is you can, yes, water them every week, and then as you go round, if you see any faded flowers, then you can just take them off, and that encourages the flowers which are remaining on there to continue to keep flowering and not go to seed and then die. So that's to maintain. What you want to do is keep picking off all of the flowers that have gone over to encourage the flowers to come again and again and again. And that just means that you're maintaining a nice looking colourful display for as long as possible. So this one is probably ready for sale. I'll hang it up over there. And it's donations only. Don't all come at once. I can't keep up with you. And we look forward to seeing you at Chaos Farm in the plant sales area, buying one of our hanging baskets. I'll pop it at the front, just there. Lovely. So other things that we've got for sale you may be interested in our plant sales area. Today we've got runner beans, nice tray of 6 runner beans, looking beautiful, ready to plant out. I'm sure you've all already put your canes up. So with this in mind, you can just come along and buy some runner beans already. The seeds have been germinated for you. And then we've got also this pea, lovely pea plant. This is a Kelvedon Wonder. Very good early flowering, early podding pea variety. And we also have some chard. Now this will last for a couple of years in your garden, and you can keep picking off the leaves from the outside, and as long as you don't pick the centre, then it will keep coming, putting on leaves, and you'll have chard in your garden for at least a couple of years. And it'll overwinter quite well as well. Other things we've got for sale here are some echiums and some sedums. So yeah, so that's everything I wanted to show you about hanging baskets and also what we've got for sale. I did also want to go into how to sow peas at this time of year. So that'll be the subject of our next broadcast, I suppose, for want of a better word. So it's goodbye from Chaos Farm, goodbye from the plant sales area, and hope to see you again soon.